Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation. So thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want a guarantee that your question is going to be answered, click that link below and send a donation. All right. So this one's kind of long. I'm going to go through the whole thing. But guys, remember, try to make your, questions like a paragraph, to the most. Okay. But I'm going to go through this whole thing because I want you guys to sort of see, sort of what this dude is talking about, and everything else. All right. So this one says, I need you to address a concern I have, which is a very real and sort of an obstacle to approaching girls and applying game. I never really heard you talk about this, but it's constantly on my mind, and it does fuck with my confidence and mindset when I'm out and about attempting to practice game to meet and seduce girls. This is something called social currency, social dynamics, or social invites when meeting chicks. This is basically when you, as the guy, hook up with a girl through a set of social circumstances that all lined up in your favor that allowed you to meet or date a chick without you having to go through risk of rejection or resistance. You can call this luck or destiny for whatever reason. I noticed that many guys out there hooked up with a girl not through watching your videos and making a decision to go out and apply game intentionally, but by the situation kind of favored them. Now, whether they are happy or not is another story, but I can assure you that they are not going out spitting game like you teach. And the reason is because the majority of guys out here do not take the time to learn game, and even fewer of those take the time to actually take massive action like you consistently teach. The reason most guys don't is for obvious reasons such as fear of rejection, lack of confidence, etc., such as you explain in your videos. The reason this affects you as a man if you are out here trying to be different than the other guys who got it in another way is because girls in general, and especially if they're hot as fuck, usually rely on their social circle to meet guys. So basically, they meet guys that are close to their social sphere of influence, as opposed to someone outside that realm. So you are either in that group or outside that group. Every time I go out to a nightclub, bar, lounge, restaurant, the mall, or anywhere people gather, all the women that are attractive are already with at least one other guy she's hooked up with somewhere through their sphere of influence. That guy she is with got her in an easier fashion and makes it damn near impossible for the rest of the guys who are not part of her clique or sphere or social circle to holler at her and even have a chance. In other words, if you are a guy who is sort of a loner and don't have too many people around you, you are at a huge disadvantage due to not having social dynamics. This is huge, and chicks, especially hot girls, do evaluate you on how popular you are. So being a guy who goes out alone trying to hook up with girls is very difficult and looked down upon by hot girls. Mystery talks about this when he calls it demonstrating social proof. Let me give you a real life example to prove my point. Last week, I went out to a very busy hookah lounge. I just happened to be by myself, but I didn't really give a fuck about that. And I am not ashamed of it because I don't need to be in big groups, because to me, it's not that important because my main focus is to get girls. But the challenge is, as I am looking around the place to see who I want to talk to, and every chick I see seems to be attracted to is every chick that I seem to be attracted to is scooped up by at least one guy. Sometimes there are three guys around one hot bitch. Sometimes she is with her friends. Sometimes she is with a bunch of guys and girls. I have almost never seen a hot girl all alone unless she is working, which is a big problem because the opportunities are almost always gone because the bitch is out of reach. And there are cock blockers around her trying to block your game as a man. This causes a lot of guys to not try or walk away discouraged. This is a very real, and most guys are not even aware of it. Guys are more vulnerable to this shit than women because we are the ones that have to go out and have to be proactive and approach. See, what you need to understand is hot chicks meet people. I told you this shit is long. Okay, we're almost done. See, what you need to understand is Hot chicks meet people in a manner that is comfortable for them. And if you just don't happen to be in her group and meet her through the warm type of situation, you as the guy is shit out of luck, and they don't give a fuck because they set the rules. You're not welcome in her life because you just were not at the right place at the right time and said the right things to get her. That's why a lot of us guys are struggling out here, because we don't have social currency. In other words, we are not in the loop. We have to rely on cold approaches, which is very difficult for many guys. I can tell you how many guys I can't tell you how many guys I have spoken to that said the chick they approached and tried to talk to is taken, and most of the time she met that dude not from cold approach but through her social network, like school, friendship, influence, networking, events, parties, invites, etc. This fucks up the game a little and damages shit for us. Now, with all that being said, I still believe in spitting game and the shit you teach, but explain to me how to navigate through this tricky maze and how to not let it fuck with your mindset. How can we get to these girls before the competition does without having social currency, or is social currency a requirement? Getting pussy is a bloodthirsty sport. I need more education on this very difficult situation because it's facing you as a guy every time you go out and attempt to meet women. How do I overcome this? All right, my God. Oh my goodness. I just want you to know I'm looking at my video counter. We're at 6 minutes. So this is like almost a 5-minute question. It's like mad shit in here. So guys, remember, when you send your questions, try to keep this concise. But what I want you guys to notice in this question, and within his question, and the reason why I wanted to read the whole thing and I wanted you to hear the whole thing, because within his question, and if you're paying attention, if some of you haven't caught it yet, you're going to catch it soon when I explain this, right? Now, what I want to say is this, is that, so basically you're saying, like, there's, you know, if you see hot girls and they're always with these groups of people, and if you're not in that group of people, how are you going to get to them hot girls? Because, you know, it's about your social circle and you knowing this person and making this happen and that happen and all that other stuff, right? Now, what you got to understand is this, is that you are assuming a lot of shit. You're assuming a lot of shit. So you're saying stuff like, oh, you know, there's this girl with a group of people, and, you know, she's already with that guy that's over there. You don't know if she's with that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you say, oh, you know, I see these group of people, and this guy, I guess he was, you know, you probably saw him hugging up with one of the girls that you thought was hot, and you're like, oh, well, he got her because he's in their social circle. You understand? You don't know that. You don't know that's how he got her. You don't even know that if that's her boyfriend. You don't know anything. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is that you're looking at the world, you know, on the outside. You're looking at these situations from the outside looking in, right? And you're coming up with stories based off of your belief of women. Because in your email, you said, you know, you're shit out of luck because these women make the rules, right? Then later on, you say, getting pussy is a bloodthirsty sport, right? So your mindset when it comes to getting women is that it's this hard thing. There's this fortress of people that you gotta get to. There's only a limited amount of women, and all these guys are surrounding them. So how am I gonna get to these women when all these guys are surrounding them? This is your mindset, right? So you are coming from that mindset. So then you are assuming that all these different things are happening, and you know, and you're thinking that this is why you can't get the girls. You feel what I'm saying? And then so now let's go with your assumption that these guys are, you know, getting these girls because of, you know, the social circle. Like they're, you know, they knew this person, they're in this group of people, they know each other. And then he was able to hook up with this girl because, you know, he's in that social circle. And you're saying, well, you know, they didn't have to use game. They didn't have to know anything. They didn't have to do anything. And they just got it because they were in the social circle, because they were in that group, right? Now, what you got to understand about that is this, is that even if you know a group of people, if you have a social circle, a group of people that you are, cool with or whatever, right? Even if that is the case, when you are talking to a woman, right, and you are interacting with her, there's game involved. Always. So from your perspective, you're seeing it like, you walk into a club or something, or a bar or whatever, and you see like, a group of like 6 or 7 people, and you see a hot girl in a group, and you see the guy there with her, and he has his arm around her. So you're assuming, oh, that's, he's so lucky because he didn't have to, holler at her. She just knew him, or they knew each other from school or some shit, and then it just happened, right? Now, what you got to understand is this: there's always game involved. So there's 2 things that happen when you're dealing with these women. A, you have to get her interested in you, or she's going to get interested in you. And B, you have to maintain that interest. So it's getting her interested. That's one thing. And then maintaining that interest. Now that happens no matter if you're dealing with a girl through social circle, or if you're dealing with a girl, hollering at her through cold approach. You understand? So if you, let's say for example, right? You go, a guy, you're friends with some dude, right? And he says, yo, I'm going to this event, and, there's a couple people that I know there, right? And let's say, you go with him to the event, and then he introduces you to a group of people, a group of like, let's say 6 people. And let's say it's 4 girls and 2 guys he introduces you to, right? So now all of you guys are hanging out, whatever, you're getting drinks, you're talking, and there's 4 girls there, and one of them you think is hot. You feel what I'm saying? So now, technically, at that point, right, you are being introduced to people, which you can create that social circle. So this now can be your, one of your social circles that you're in, right? Now, by you being there, that doesn't automatically mean that any of these girls are going to be interested in you. You still got to talk to them. You still got to have a conversation. You understand? You still have to, do the regular shit you would do if you're just talking to any other random chick you just met. So you're having that conversation, right? So at this point, she has to, you have to be in the situation for her to be like, okay, let's, let's do something. And now let's say she's interested in you, right? Now that she's interested in you, you have to maintain that interest in order for anything to go down anyway. So let's say you want to have sex with this girl, right? Because maintaining the interest, is the thing you need to do in order for you to have sex with a chick. You understand? So a chick could be interested in you up front, and then at the same time, you do something or say something that makes her be like, nah, I'm good. I'm not really going to be fucking with you like that. You understand? Even if, let's say you meet a girl and, you have like your little social circle thing, and a girl is attracted to you physically. And so some guys would be like, oh, well, she just, he didn't have to do anything. She was just attracted to him. Okay, cool. Now he has to maintain that interest. You understand what I'm saying? So he has to keep whatever he needs to keep going to be able to smash, to be able to do what he got to do. You understand? So the thing is that sometimes, you even if you have the quote unquote hookup, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be hitting it. Or when you're seeing guys, in their little social circles, and you see them talking to a girl or talking to these girls, and they know them and they're having a good time and all this other stuff, that don't mean shit. The guy could be in the friend zone. The guy could be some guy who's trying to get it. You understand? And so you don't need to even worry about that. Now, what you do need to understand, and what you do need to, really get a grip on, to really make any of this benefit you, because you seeing other guys doing this, or assuming this guy has it easier, or this is going on and all that other stuff, that's not helping you. And you assuming that, a chick, just cause she's hot and just cause she has a couple of friends, that you can't, make something happen, then that, that's not doing anything for you. So the question is, what do you need to do? Cause you're asking, how do you, not let this, fuck with your mindset, and how do you go through this? How do you get something popping in these situations, right? So first of all, you got to understand, you got to change your mindset and understand that, all of this stuff that you are seeing is coming from you assuming this is going on. And the reason why you're assuming this is going on is because of where your mindset is now. So you have to come off of this mindset that women are, or that there's a lack of women, because that's sort of what it seems like you're saying in your email. You're saying, oh, there's this one hot girl, or every time I see a hot girl, she's surrounded by dudes, or she's with a group of people, right? Now, if you are going to spots, or you going to, different places or whatever, and you are seeing that, what it is that, one, you're just focusing on that because there are chicks everywhere. You understand? And if you actually go out to a lot of clubs or a lot of bars, a lot of events, a lot of times women come there in groups with their friends. So a lot of times you're going to see, groups, a mixture of group where it's like, a couple of women and a couple of guys in a group. And then you're going to see a group of actually just women. Usually it'll be like 3 or 4 girls, their girlfriends, they're going out for the night. Those chicks are out there. I don't know where you're going. You got to go to different places to see these things. There's an abundance of women out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, what you got to understand is this also, is that no matter if a girl is by herself, and no matter if a girl is with a group of her friends, if it's all girls, no matter if a girl is with a group of her friends and some guys in there, do you understand what I'm saying? No matter if that is happening, right, you can still approach the group, right? Now, if you see a guy with a girl and it's just them two, you understand what I'm saying? In those cases, you don't want to bother to approach them because that could most likely be her man. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't even want to bother with that. But if you have a group of people, you have let's say you have 6 or 7 people in a group and there's like 3 or 4 guys and the rest of girls, or you have a group of girls or whatever it is, no matter if it's men or women or whatever, you can always go up to the group and start talking to the group, make friends with people in the group, find out who's who in the group, and then you get into that group. Do you see what I'm saying? So the thing is, you're stopping yourself from actually going into the group. So you're saying, oh, well, there's this hot girl in that group, and she's, it's her, and she's like there standing with 2 or 3 guys, or it's her and some, a couple other girls and a couple other guys. Well, if you see that hot girl and you want to find out what's going on, you go up to the group, you start having a conversation with the group, and you figure out who is who in the group. So then while you're having that conversation, you'll see, okay, well, how do you guys know each other, right? And then they'll let you know how they know each other. You feel what I'm saying? And then by that, you'll figure out if this girl is with any of these guys in the group. You know what I'm saying? But see, this takes a level of confidence, and you have to have social skills to be able to be comfortable enough to do this, which unfortunately a lot of guys don't have. You understand? This is why I tell you guys that you have to practice talking to people, talking to women, improving your social skills, being confident, being bold, because that's the thing that's going to get you to break through all these little obstacles that you think you have. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you are dealing with people in a group, or you're trying to create social circles for yourself, that can help you give you access to, different types of girls and all of that. So if you understand how to build a social circle and how to maintain that and how to maneuver with that, that's a good thing. And I'm going to do a bad boy membership program just on how to create social circles and to use that to get women. I'm going to do that for the Bad Boy membership. So this is why, guys, make sure you go to Bad Boy membership and join the membership so I can break down exactly how to, create social circles and how to break through the social circles so that you can, have those other social circles that are already created and, make them become yours. Right. So the thing is that, you're asking, how do I get to that girl? Or how do I get to these girls? They're right there. So you can still go up and talk to her and to her group and all this other stuff. Now, there's a way that you talk to people in groups, and I've talked about this before, right? And you go up to the group, you basically introduce yourself to everybody. You figure out how does everybody know each other? All you got to do is say, hey, how do you guys know each other, right? And then you'll figure it out. And then so all that's going to do is that's going to let you know if the girl that you want, the specific girl that you want, is going to let you know if she is available. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because somebody in the group will say, oh, like one of the guys will be like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend so-and-so. And then you're like, oh, nice to meet you, whatever. So now that's his girlfriend. And then, you just keep talking. Y'all keep chilling. You can still remain cool. Y'all could give each other Facebook, like each other on Instagram and be like, yo, next time y'all go out, holla at me, let me know what's good. So then you can still be friends with them and they could introduce you to other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? To other women, right? So nobody's saying you're stopping yourself from actually going up to these groups and talking to them. So when you're out next time and you see a group of people, you can go up and have a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? You can go up and talk to them and see what is what. You feel what I'm saying? And then let's say next thing you know, you go up to a group of people and you find out that the girl you want to talk to is not with anybody in the group. You understand what I'm saying? And then that's when you pull a little to the side and start, spitting that game at her, right? But again, you're looking at it as there's a group of people and I'm not invited. That's what you're looking at it as. You invite yourself. You understand? Don't be scared of these people. Don't be scared to go up and talk to people, right? Invite yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And then you talk to them, see if they cool. If they not cool, keep them moving. If they cool, keep talking to them, seeing what's popping. You talk to more people and you just do it like that. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you have to get out this mindset that, these is just a limited amount of hot women and these other guys are the gatekeepers. I can't get through because all these other guys are sweating her and these girls make the rules and they only like guys who are popular and hot girls do this. And this is what I'm saying. Where are you getting this idea that, because a girl is hot, she doesn't meet, listen, when a chick is hot, right? Dudes is hollering at her from all different angles, dude. You understand? They hitting her up online. They hitting her up in the street. A chick is, in a bar or whatever. They hitting her up. Like she's getting hollered at everywhere. So it's not like, oh, she's only dealing with guys who are in her social circle. Because a lot of times chicks who, are like attractive or whatever, really attractive chicks, they have guys in their social circle, but a lot of them are just friends. A lot of them are the guys in the friend zone. A lot of them are just dudes who sort of just around lurking, hoping and praying that this girl will give him a chance. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of those guys that she hangs out with are usually guys who are in the friend zone. You know why? Because if you see a dude, if you're at a bar, at a club or whatever, right? And you see a dude who is with a chick or a few dudes with a few chicks, right? And you notice that he's not really all up on her. Do you understand what I'm saying? And she's not all up on him. That's usually, he's just a friend zone dude. He's just a fucking friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you see a group of dudes with a group of chicks, and then let's say you checking out one of the chicks, and then let's say you see her going all up on him, right? That's probably his girlfriend. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you see a group of guys with a group of chicks, and then you see one of the chicks you feeling, and let's say the guy and the girl are all over each other, those are two people who just started fucking. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you got to notice these things, right? So if you notice that, oh, I see these group of people, and I see this dude next to this chick I want to try to holler at, but he ain't really doing nothing, and she ain't really doing nothing with him. That's usually they on some friend zone shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to understand this stuff. And so by not understanding it, you're basically wasting time. You are stopping yourself from getting into situations that will, make it beneficial for you to make something go down. And, your whole mindset is creating this fucking world that you created of, oh, the hot girls do this. And, this guy that I saw with this group of people, like you're explaining it like you literally have been told this, like you saw a guy with some girl in a group and he came over to you and said, hey buddy, I'm going to give you the rundown. So what's happening is that I got her because I was in this social circle and I didn't really have to do anything. And like, you're saying it like this is fact, like, this. No, you are looking from the outside in. You saw something, you assume that this is what it was, and this is what you're basing your game on. Do you see what I'm saying? But see, when you understand game and when you put yourself in the game, right? And you make moves and you make things happen, then you're not sitting on the sidelines and you're actually getting shit done. You feel what I'm saying? So then you actually are seeing things play out how they're supposed to play out because you're participating in the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are seeing, oh, this girl I think is cute. I see in a group of people. Let me see what's up. You understand? Before I make assumptions and then don't do anything. You see what I'm saying? So all you got to do is just really change your mindset from that lack or thinking there's a lack of women, there's only a scarcity out there, and understand there's abundance. There's women all over the place. And even if you see women in groups of people, you can go up to those groups of people, have conversations with them, talk to them, and and see what's good. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna do a bad boy membership program just specifically on social circles, how to, engage with people in groups and all these different things. I'm going to break it down step by step, what to say, how to do it, things to look out for, all these different things. So look out for that soon. So this is why you guys need to make sure you are on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com. All right. So that is it. Remember, guys, if you want to send me a question, make sure you click the link below. Send a question. Remember, if you send a donation, it's a guarantee that your question will be answered. And I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.